Good Wednesday, friends, on this Wednesday of Holy Week. According to tradition, the Wednesday of Holy Week is often referred to as Spy Wednesday because of the gospel we proclaimed at the morning Mass, where Judas now makes his decision to betray Jesus, and he makes that deal with the officials, and now he's figuring out the way and the time for that to happen. So today, Wednesday of Holy Week, often referred to as Spy Wednesday. But then tomorrow we begin the Sacred Triduum. But our celebrations as a Diocese of Paterson actually began yesterday, Tuesday, with the celebration of the Chrism Mass at our Cathedral of St. John the Baptist in Paterson. It's at that Mass where Bishop Sweeney and the priests of the diocese gather, first to renew our priestly commitment, our vocation as priests, as service to the Diocese of Paterson, and then the oils, the Sacred Chrism, the oil of the sick, and the oil of the catechumens is blessed and consecrated by the bishop and the priests of our diocese for use of the parishes and institutions of our diocese for the coming year. You may know that each year we have to get new oils. Any of the oils left from the previous year are reverently disposed of by returning them to nature, normally simply pouring them into the ground. And we get new oils for the coming year to serve in each of the parishes and institutions of our diocese. But tomorrow, Holy Thursday, we begin the Sacred Triduum. Sacred Triduum means the sacred 3 days. And sometimes people may ask, why is it 3 days? Because it's Holy Thursday, Good Friday, Holy Saturday, and Easter Sunday. But we count our days exactly like our Jewish brothers and sisters do, from sundown to sundown. So sundown Thursday to sundown Friday is day 1. Sundown Friday to sundown Saturday is day 2. And sundown Saturday to sundown Sunday is day 3. Thus, the sacred 3 days, the Sacred Triduum. But we begin on Holy Thursday at 7:30 p.m. with the Mass of the Lord's Supper, which we remember what Jesus did at that final Passover meal with his disciples, where he gave them and us the Eucharist. On Good Friday at 3 p.m., we have the Liturgy of our Lord's Passion and Death, where we remember that final day that Jesus was on this earth and was crucified and buried. And on Holy Saturday night, at 8 p.m., we have the Mass of the Great Easter Vigil, beginning with the lighting of the Easter fire, the blessing of the water, the blessing of the congregation. And this year we have 2 members of our community who will be received into full communion with the Church at that beautiful celebration of the Easter Vigil on Holy Saturday night. And then on Easter Sunday, we have Mass here at Our Lady of the Valley at 8, 10, and 12 noon, and over at Holy Cross at 10 a.m. It's a wonderful, wonderful celebrations that bring so many people together. And this past weekend, for Palm Sunday weekend, it was wonderful to see our church filled. We had close to 1,000 people here at Our Lady of the Valley and at Holy Cross for the celebrations of Palm Sunday. And it was so wonderful to see so many people coming to begin this Holy Week in prayer and devotion, and also to receive palms to remember Jesus' entrance into Jerusalem. But 2 things that you will see in the coming days a little bit different for the Sacred Triduum. One of those changes is out of necessity, and the other change is out of precaution. On Holy Thursday, an optional but an integral part of the Mass of the Lord's Supper is the washing of the feet of 12 people. And as you know, in the past, we've chosen 12 different parishioners, and I would go around the church to wash their feet. But unfortunately, as I'm getting older, I have now arthritis, and for me to be able to get up and down 12 times is really impossible. It's even difficult for me to do it once. As I joked with somebody, if I have to get up and down 12 times on Holy Thursday evening to wash people's feet, that service will probably take about 4 hours. So this year, we will forego the washing of the feet. But it's still an integral, wonderful part of the service. We remember Jesus' command that we are to be of service to one another. And I will speak about that during the homily on Holy Thursday evening. On Good Friday, when we bring forward the great crucifix with the chants of "Behold the wood of the cross," when that is finished, I will simply place the cross on the steps leading up to the altar. And I invite the congregation to come forward and simply bow to the cross and then return to your seats. We will not be holding the cross up for people to kiss it or touch it. And I would ask you and appreciate if you would follow those directions. Simply come forward, bow to the cross, and then return to your seat. Different countries do the veneration of the cross in different ways. Some countries kiss it, some countries they simply touch it, some countries they bow to it. And I remember from the services at the ecumenical community of Taizé in France, their custom was simply to touch their forehead to the cross. But again, this year at Our Lady of the Valley, we will simply come forward, bow to the cross, and then return to our seats. Those are two minor changes, but significant changes to our celebration of the Sacred Triduum. So hopefully you will be able to join us for these sacred 3 days. If not, at least especially on Easter Sunday when we get so many people here. The weather is supposed to be good, and it's always nice to see our church filled for the celebrations of Easter with our wonderful music and all the things that go along with that. Another important announcement too are those of our children and families a part of our faith formation program. You know, a couple of weeks ago, the registration forms for the coming year were handed out at class, and if your child was not in class, that was mailed to you. Many of you have already returned those registration forms, so we'd ask the rest of you, please get them in as soon as possible so we can start arranging the classes, and then we can determine exactly how many textbooks we need for the coming year, so the order has to be placed soon as well. So if you have not yet returned your registration for the coming year for faith formation, please do so as soon as possible, because it's very important to us. And then once we get through Easter, next thing you know, we'll be getting ready for our annual festival. And so many of you have already returned your raffle tickets, so it's always good to see. Let's see how high we can get that raffle up before the conclusion of our festival in May. Enjoy this day, and hopefully we'll see you during the Sacred Triduum. Thanks for listening.